This is the long lost episode where I refreshed the rear subframe of my E30 with Revshift bushings and kind of cleaned it up with reinforcements from Garagistics and cleaned it up with a fresh paint job. I did lose some of the footage to have a full tutorial on how to do the rear end, but I do have some footage that's still good, and what I figured I'd do is show you some of the things that I did that made refreshing the subframe somewhat simple. You can take my lessons learned. First thing is removing the rear bushings. Second is welding on of the reinforcements, and third is popping out or pushing out those pesky rear trailing arm bushings. Okay, so my E30 has a cracked subframe, rear subframe. So I bought a new one, a new used one, from an E30 Facebook group I belong to. And so yeah, what I'm going to do is replace the bushings to polyurethane and also do some subframe reinforcements to prevent it from cracking again. I'll show you the crack when I pull off the existing subframe. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use a torch to remove it, just like I saw in Blake's garage. And yeah, I'll cut to the time lapse of me doing that now. Okay, so I got one side done, as you can see here. I started by punching out the little sleeve that goes in there. I'm gonna try on this other side to just heat up the outside here and then just kind of punch the whole thing out with this bolt and hammer. So let's see if that works. Okay, so I was trying to heat up the outside and the still caught on fire. I'm gonna still try to use this to see if I can knock out the center.
Okay, I'm gonna step back.
Done. Got it. Pointed at the... Came out. Oh, there. It only took me about 5 minutes to do that. So I know that some people struggle to get this done, but that wasn't too bad. Okay, so now that the bushings are out, the second part of upgrading my rear subframe is I bought some reinforcement plates from Garagistics, and this will prevent the rear subframe from cracking like it did before. So you have the top mounts and then the side mounts. These just get welded on like so. So what I'm gonna do is clean up the paint and the metal and then just burn these guys in. So I'll go ahead and do that off camera, and I'll weld it on camera. Not the best welds, but not the worst welds. That should do. Alright, so here are the rest of the welds. Again, not the best, but not the worst. It was hard to get the angle grinder in there. Honestly, this is not a cosmetic part of the vehicle. You won't ever see it, but there is more strength and rigidity there. That is really not a point that I've seen or a place be a weak point, but rather here. And so I'm really happy with this and how it turned out. Now I just need to clean up the subframe, repaint it, and press in the new bushings. Alright, so I burned out the bushings from the rear subframe, but for the rear trailing arms, I actually found a little contraption on YouTube that I've recreated. Basically a bushing press. So how this works is there are two jam nuts on the end of this. There are washers and a nut here, and two other nuts on this end with a washer to push that end out. The idea is I'm going to use the impact and I'm going to turn this and put a wrench here to hold this down, making the all thread move down the threads. And by the way, this is, I think, 1/2 inch all thread. Pushing the bushing out. So I did one side already. It worked really great. I'm going to try to get this on film for you so you guys can recreate this. This made this very easy. I was going to burn it out like I did the subframe bushings, but that's too messy and dangerous. So I'll show you how this works.